It doesn't inhibit me.
Well, we have just come from Clearwater Beach, where we had a gathering of Hands Across the Sand, which started in the aftermath of the BP oil spill about a decade ago, as an attempt to draw attention to the fact that we want to protect our beach. We want to protect our environment. We want to protect our economy. And that was an extraordinary situation. Holding hands in about the middle of the line, and I could not see the end of the line. And then I looked the other way, and it was a similar situation. So the fact that you all are here today, I'm telling you, I can't thank you enough. This is a great encouragement to me. I know that you know that the stakes are high. Yeah. And elections have consequences. And that's what a lot of you are here for, because you now know that the elections do have the consequences, and we've got to participate. And by virtue of you being willing to get involved, I am so grateful, not only for me, but I'm grateful for our country, because this is what it's going to take. And I think there are some very good signs along the way. But I want to tell you why I'm running. Well, thank you for that sign, too. My wife and I have been blessed to have a lifetime of public service. And what Grace and I realized at the end of 2016 is that since I have had the privilege of serving our country ever since I took the oath as a second lieutenant, and I have continued to serve our country. Here's what I want to tell you. Because of that, I knew that I could not walk away off the playing field. I had to stay on the field in the fight because of what we have facing us. And so whether it's Hands Across the Sand trying to protect our shores from the oil drilling, whether it is here in this beautiful environment that you have, whether it is restoration of the Everglades. Very interestingly to some of us in this crowd, whether it's about protecting Medicare and Social Security.
That's right. That's right.
Believe you me, if you don't think that they are under assault, just listen to what the Speaker of the House said the other day. We got such a big deficit now, the tax bill, $1.5 trillion added to the national debt over the next decade. So we don't have any money. How are we going to spend for infrastructure? And what did the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, say? He said, we've got to look at reforming Medicare and Social Security. You know what that means?
Yeah.
That means
steal the money.
Right.
Steal the money.
There you go. Okay, well, you see all the more what the threat is. Now, here is what I think is encouraging. You saw what happened when women said, we've had enough. And you saw the evidence of that the day after the inauguration. And you saw that in marches all over Florida, as well as the one in Washington. And one of the most significant of those to me was, there's a little town in North Florida called Fernandina Beach. It's the northernmost barrier island. And it is a totally Republican county, Nassau County. It's a charming downtown that has been restored, and there's a main street called Center Street. In that totally Republican county, 1,000 women walked down Center Street the day after the inauguration. Now that's telling us something, in addition to what you've seen all over. Women standing up for women is
That's
what
right.
it was.
That's right.
So whether it's that or whether you see the other things that are beginning to be brought to the fore, look at how the students reacted in Parkland. That hadn't happened after the elementary school in Connecticut. That hadn't happened after the Pulse nightclub. That hadn't happened after Texas and California and then the slaughter in Las Vegas. But those kids brought voice to the fact that they are tired and enough is enough of what they are seeing, this kind of violence. And of course it was wreaked upon us yesterday out in a West Texas town. And people are tired of the same old, and they want change. And of course, I won't belabor it. You've heard me talk about it. You heard me down there at that live town hall meeting for the students and their parents of Parkland that was on CNN. That's another indication. Another indication is have our fellow U.S. citizens from Puerto Rico been treated like fellow U.S. citizens, or
No.
the fact that yesterday the Army Corps of Engineers pulls out before they have restored all of the electrical grid?
Right.
2 weeks ago I was in Puerto Rico, up in a mountain town of 30,000 people, Las Piedras, and in that 30,000 town, 30% still don't have electricity and hadn't had it for almost 9 months. Now, you don't treat U.S. citizens that way.
You shouldn't.
Would the people of Texas have stood that 9 months not having electricity? How about here? Okay, I think there's going to be a reaction there. And I think we're also going to see reactions among others that don't feel like that they have been treated as American citizens and treated with respect and appropriateness. And so, if all of this comes together, then it spells some good things for us coming up. But it's not going to happen without you. You all are the ones that can make it happen, because the way a lot of people vote, it isn't just what they see on TV. It's going to be their friend, their neighbor, talking to them and telling them why this is so important. And so, from the bottom of my heart, I am so thankful that you all have given me this time so that we could come together, and as you get focused on November the 6th,